Wellness Rhythm Show. Find your rhythm. Live your wellness.
Y'all, let me tell you something. For 2 solid years, I was convinced I was just, quote, tired because I'm a working mom. I gained about 15 pounds, my hair was thinning. I was freezing in August in Texas, which, trust me, that is not normal.
And this, Emma, is actually a remarkably common story. The British Thyroid Foundation estimates that around 1 in 20 people in the UK has a thyroid condition. In the US, the American Thyroid Association puts that number at approximately 20 million Americans. Most of them undiagnosed.
20 million. And here's the thing, though. This tiny butterfly-shaped gland sitting at the base of your throat is basically running the whole show. Energy, weight, mood, temperature, even your hair and nails.
Right. It's one of those systems that nobody thinks about until it stops working. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on thyroid function, what the research actually says, what the warning signs are, and what you can realistically do to support it.
Whether you're 35 and exhausted or 65 and wondering why everything feels off, this one is for you. Let's get into it.
Right, let's start at the beginning. The thyroid gland produces 2 primary hormones, T3 and T4, triiodothyronine and thyroxine for the curious. These regulate your metabolism at the cellular level. Essentially, they tell every cell in your body how fast to work.
So when those hormones are low, everything slows down. And when they're too high, everything goes into overdrive. I like to think of it as the thermostat for your entire body.
That's actually a pretty good analogy. The pituitary gland monitors those hormone levels and releases TSH, thyroid-stimulating hormone, to tell the thyroid to produce more or less. It's a very elegant feedback loop.
Until it isn't. So there are 2 main conditions listeners need to know about. Hypothyroidism, where the thyroid is underactive, and hyperthyroidism, where it's overactive. And they feel completely different.
Exactly. Hypothyroidism, the more common of the 2, is associated with fatigue, weight gain, cold sensitivity, depression, brain fog, constipation. Hyperthyroidism flips the script: anxiety, rapid heartbeat, unexpected weight loss, heat intolerance.
And Hashimoto's thyroiditis, which is what I was eventually diagnosed with, is actually an autoimmune condition where your immune system attacks the thyroid. It's the most common cause of hypothyroidism in developed countries.
Right, and that's critical context. Research published in the journal Thyroid by Dr. Terry Davies and colleagues highlights that Hashimoto's affects up to 10 times more women than men. The hormonal fluctuations across the lifespan, puberty, pregnancy, perimenopause are significant triggers.
Which, hello, explains so much. And for our listeners in the sandwich generation, juggling kids and aging parents, or for our pre-retirees hitting perimenopause, this is genuinely worth paying attention to because the symptoms overlap with so much else.
Brilliant point, Emma. This is actually where the diagnosis challenge lives. A 2018 study in the journal Clinical Endocrinology found that the average time from symptom onset to thyroid diagnosis is often several years. Symptoms get attributed to stress, aging, or lifestyle.
Years, y'all. Years of being told you're just stressed or need to sleep more. That was me. And it's incredibly frustrating when you know something is off.
Now, here's where I want to be measured, because this is important. We're not in the business of diagnosing anything, but knowing what to ask your doctor is genuinely within the wellness conversation.
Absolutely. And if you're finding this useful, please do us a favor and hit like and subscribe on whatever platform you're listening on. It genuinely helps us keep making episodes like this one. Okay, back to the thyroid.
So let's talk about lifestyle and what the evidence actually supports for thyroid health. Because this is where it gets practical. Nutrition first. Selenium and iodine are critical micronutrients for thyroid hormone production.
And iodine is interesting because most of us in developed countries get it through iodized salt. But the rise of specialty salts, Himalayan, sea salt, none of those are iodized. So people are quietly reducing their iodine intake without realizing it.
Right. And a 2022 review in the journal Nutrients confirmed that iodine insufficiency is re-emerging in parts of Europe and North America, partly for that reason. Brazil nuts are one of the best dietary sources of selenium. Just 2 or 3 a day covers your needs.
Just 2 or 3, I love that. That's such an achievable thing. Here's the thing though, I also want to flag something called goitrogens. Foods like raw cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, kale, cauliflower, that can interfere with thyroid function in large quantities.
And I'll push back slightly here, because the research on this is more nuanced than wellness influencers tend to suggest. A review by Felker and colleagues in Nutrition Reviews found that for people with adequate iodine intake, moderate consumption of cruciferous vegetables is not clinically significant.
Okay, fair. So we're not saying throw out your kale salad.
Absolutely not. Cooking them also reduces the goitrogenic compounds substantially. The point is moderation and context, not fear.
That's such a David answer, and I mean that as a compliment. Now let's talk about stress, because this one hit me personally. Chronic stress elevates cortisol, and cortisol can actually suppress thyroid hormone conversion.
Correct. The body converts T4 to the active T3 form, and chronic psychological stress, documented in research from Dr. Isabella Wentz, who wrote Hashimoto's Protocol, can impair that conversion. The HPA axis and the thyroid axis are deeply interconnected.
So it's not just manage your stress for general wellness, it's biochemically interfering with a specific hormonal process. That framing changed everything for me.
And sleep compounds this further. Research from the journal Sleep Medicine Reviews links poor sleep quality with disrupted TSH secretion patterns. The thyroid does a significant portion of its hormonal work during deep sleep.
So for our empty nesters who think they've graduated from the sleep deprivation stage, it still matters enormously. And for those of you with aging parents keeping you up at night, I see you.
Exercise is another area worth addressing. Moderate aerobic exercise appears to support thyroid function, but here's the nuance. Extreme overtraining can actually suppress thyroid hormone levels, as documented in research on athletes with relative energy deficiency.
Which means if you're already hypothyroid and you go hammer yourself at the gym, thinking it'll fix the fatigue, you could actually be making it worse. That is genuinely counterintuitive.
It is, and it underscores the importance of individualized approaches rather than generic advice. This is also where I'd encourage anyone with persistent symptoms to request a full thyroid panel from their GP, not just TSH.
Yes, because TSH alone can look normal while T3, T4, and thyroid antibodies tell a completely different story. That's the conversation to have with your doctor.
Precisely. And organizations like the American Thyroid Association have excellent patient resources on their website at thyroid.org, worth bookmarking.
Now, I do want to acknowledge the skeptics for a second, because there is a wellness industry that has overcomplicated thyroid health into a rabbit hole of supplements and elimination diets that aren't always evidence-backed.
Completely valid. A 2019 systematic review in the European Journal of Endocrinology found that many popular thyroid supplements contain undisclosed amounts of actual thyroid hormone, which can cause serious adverse effects. This is not a supplement your way out situation.
So the message isn't buy a thyroid support blend from someone's Instagram. The message is know the symptoms, get the right testing, and then build lifestyle supports around whatever your doctor recommends.
Well said. And to be fair, for many people with subclinical or borderline thyroid function, lifestyle genuinely does move the needle. Nutrition, stress management, sleep, and appropriate exercise are the legitimate levers available.
And they're the levers we have agency over, which I find really empowering. Even when I was at my worst with Hashimoto's, cleaning up my sleep and reducing the chaos in my mornings actually made a measurable difference in how I felt.
Right, so if you're taking one thing from today, let it be this. The thyroid is not some obscure clinical footnote. It is a central regulator of your daily energy, mood, and metabolism, and it deserves to be on your wellness radar.
Y'all, if something feels chronically off and you've been brushing it off as stress or age, please have a conversation with your doctor and ask specifically about a full thyroid panel. You deserve answers, not just reassurance.
And in the meantime, the evidence-supported basics are genuinely worth doing. Prioritize sleep, manage stress with intention, get adequate selenium and iodine, and exercise moderately. Boring perhaps, but it's what the research supports.
The boring stuff always is the good stuff, isn't it? Thank you so much for spending this time with us. If this episode helped you, share it with someone who might need to hear it, and please do like and subscribe wherever you listen. We'll be back soon with more.
Until then, take it steady.
This show is part of the VoxCrea.AI system. If you want a show like this for your organization without building it yourself,
Go to VoxCrea.AI and request a sample episode.